Great to meet all of you.
Likewise.
Hey, Sean, what's good?
What's going on? Actually, Sienna, it's actually nice to see you again. You
Nice.
probably, I don't know if you remember me,
Yes,
uh,
yes, President.
but we got to, I introduced myself to you last year at the Reddick's home, which was a beautiful celebration of Lance's life. And I'm so glad I got to connect with you there.
It's lovely to see you again.
Before we dive into the 430 movie, actually, Sienna, I wanted to know this. What did you take away as an actor after you watched Lance's performance in Resident Evil?
He is incredible. He is one of the veteran actors that I respect so much. And he's a kind man. Yeah, for sure. Definitely amongst one of the top actors I've ever worked with, and then getting to work on 430, meet so many other incredible people.
Yeah, I love it. I love seeing all y'all in the 430 movie. I had so much fun with it. It brought back so many fun memories of my own life, being younger and going to the theaters. So I have to ask, do all of you remember the first rated R film you snuck into? And we can start with Sienna.
Oh boy, I can't remember any of the rated R movies I've snuck into. I haven't snuck into anything, but I think the first one I watched was We're the Millers with my family.
I love that. What about you, Reed?
The first rated R movie I believe I ever saw, at least that I remember, was Borat. And I was like just a little too young to have watched it, but young in all the right ways as well. Yeah, it kind of became my personality for like a year. Thank God I dropped that, but for sure.
Why you gotta drop that? It's very nice. What about you, Nick?
Um, First rated R movie that I saw. Scarface was I remember my sister showing me Scarface, and that was a good one. But that one was at home, so sneaking into a theater. Uh, Hostel. I saw Hostel as a kid for a little bit until it got too much. And it put me out of that.
That is true. Hostel is a severe one. I spoke to Eli Roth about that film, and that's a really dark film. I'm not sure we still got
Dark one.
Austin there.
I think I think he's
Up and left.
angry. He got mad. Yeah, that was his time. That was his time.
All good. I have to say, I remember my dad actually buying me movie tickets for me so I can watch the movies I wanted. My parents were kind of cool about that, but they would check your ID as you walked into the actual
Mhm.
movie theater. And, at 12, 13, I don't have anything. So they would turn me away. And I actually would demand for the manager and be a Karen and be like, listen, they sold me this ticket. You got to let me in. And they would just refund me. But I think the first film I remember fondly successfully sneaking into was 28 Days Later, which is
Oh,
probably one of my
oh,
all-time favorite films.
that's a good one. That's
a
worth
great one.
sneaking in for.
Yeah, that was very true. I remember
Yeah.
actually sitting in the front row and the guy came in. I was like, I'm just gonna sit still. I kind of looked like this at 13, so I was like not too worried, if they weren't gonna check IDs. But also let's talk movie snack. What are we buying at the concessions or even sneaking in? Come on, we gotta talk about sneaking in stuff.
Twizzlers all day, every day. Listen, if you see the movie, you see me messing around with Twizzlers. This is consistent with me throughout my entire career. I've been trying to get this Twizzler partnership. So if you can help facilitate this, I'm a big Twizzler guy. I want to be the face of Twizzlers. Well, that's what I want on my tombstone.
Twizzlers
I
is
actually,
my favorite. I actually use them as like straws. If you bite the both sides, you can use them as a straw in your drink,
Yes,
which is fun.
absolutely,
totally.
Yeah. What about you, Reed?
absolutely.
I can actually confirm that Nick really wants to be an ambassador for Twizzlers because we've taken photos together and he has held up Twizzlers in them. My go-to, I'm a kind of classic guy. I'll always get popcorn, but then, I need a little something sweet in there too. So I'll throw in some Bunch of Crunch, mix it all up and have the snack of a lifetime. Pretty much every movie I go to, that's exactly what I do.
Love that. What about you, Sienna?
Popcorn, this thing called Audit A, and then snow caps.
Oh,
Or
snow caps.
if they're there, it's then snow caps.
I love candy and pizza. I mean, candy and popcorn. But when they have pizza at the theater now, I'm all in. I love when I find a theater that has pizza because pizza's life for me, and I will just get that in like some type of icy and be good. And if I have some candy laying around the house, I'm gonna sneak that in. If I don't finish it, I'm just gonna bring that in with me. You gotta do that.
Absolutely.
Just an update from Austin. I think that his power went off. So I guess the Los Angeles police are finally moving in on his residence.
Thank God. I thought it was me saying that I regretted having Borat as my whole personality, since that's still Austin's personality, that he got offended. And
Oh man,
oh,
Hey,
speaking of,
I told him he
speaking
got
of,
swatted, bro.
Sorry, the power just went out randomly. That was crazy.
No, that's
Gotta pay your
okay.
bills.
We're glad you're back. We got to catch up on a couple of things. We want to know, first off, a rated R movie maybe you snuck into, maybe the first rated R movie you watched, and your favorite, theater snack that you either buy at the concessions or bring in yourself.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall's the first rated R movie that I snuck into. And Reese's Pieces.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, actually, that's one of my favorites. If you put them in the freezer and eat them afterwards, that's pretty good. Nice, ice and
Right?
cold. It's a
Yeah.
little fun trick I do. This movie, takes place in 1986. None of us were born, even me. I'm an 89 baby, almost there. But I love 80s movies. Do y'all have a favorite 80s flick that you've seen a million times and you quote?
Weird Science.
Oh, that's a good one. What about you, Nick?
I love Rambo First Blood.
Man, that's a good one. Y'all are picking some
Yeah.
really good stuff. I love it. What about you, Reed?
I grew up watching a lot of rom-coms because my mom loved them. So we did a lot of like John Hughes movies growing up, Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club, all those sorts of things.
No, that's brilliant. What about you, Sienna?
I'm gonna say the Goonies.
Yes.
Mm.
Y'all picked some really great ones. For me personally, it's The Breakfast Club, which I can't get enough of. Uh, during, I had a high school speech class and I gave a speech on the American Dream, and I reenacted that scene in the movie where Bender mocks Brian's like perfect family life as an opening. So I thought that was
Nice.
fitting. So like what's ideally of the
Nice.
American Dream in the 50s and stuff like that. So definitely y'all have great taste in 80s films. Kevin Smith movies are known for their memorable dialogue. What is one liner moment from the 430 movie that stuck with you? And we can start with Austin.
Um, Probably. I'm gonna paraphrase it, but it's essentially, help me out if you guys remember. But in the scene when I'm talking to Genesis Rodriguez at the back of the theater, essentially she says something like, "Movies tell the lie." I honestly have no idea what it is now.
You know what's sad is I saw somebody literally got this tattooed today on their arm. I saw online someone got this line tattooed
What
onto
is
their
it?
body.
Movies tell the lie that people are to say
It's
in real life. Is it?
movies make life make sense. Make real
Yes.
life make sense.
No, movies tell the lie that tell the truth, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Get outta
okay, but I
here,
think okay,
Nick.
okay.
There's another one, Nick. You're right.
I think
Nick,
it's, I
that is a
think it's
line too,
part,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
all in the
Reed,
same scene.
yeah, but Reed knew what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
why don't you remember the movie you're in, Austin? Why don't you try and remember the? I know. I'm just going from set to set. Oh, I mean, I've got.
It was a year ago.
Yeah, sorry, man.
What about you, Sienna? You got one?
I don't know why, but once Nick said that movies make life make sense, I love that one. So it keeps ringing in my head.
No,
What?
those are great lines, though. I mean, movies are so powerful, and that's why I love doing this with y'all, like connecting with people I see in a movie. It's such a rare experience for someone like me, but movies are so powerful, and it's just cool to have that memory of or that feeling when you're watching something and think, oh, this can happen in real life. Sometimes it doesn't, but like play your own life as a movie in your own head, which I absolutely love. And when I was watching this, I was getting a lot of flashbacks of like being in high school, being a little younger, and the power of movies, pretty much, and just the friendship y'all had. So I want to know, like, how did y'all bond off camera?
I mean,
Who's
we
got a
would
good
hang out
story?
all the time. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, we were in a nice, small town in Jersey, essentially. So it kind of forced our hand to just hang out every day after set, after work, whatever, and go to the same old hotel bar at the bottom of and play pool and stuff
Play
like that.
pool.
It was one of those times where you don't always get on a set where you get to really get to know the people that you're working with, and I couldn't have spent the summer working with finer actors and human beings. I love these three a lot, and I'm really lucky to have worked with them.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell the chemistry is so strong with all of y'all. So I hope y'all can do more together. But lastly, I'm gonna put y'all all on the spot. I want to know, what is your favorite Kevin Smith movie, and we'll start with Sienna.
I'll say Clerks. It's just a classic answer, but I love it.
I love it. What about you, Reed?
I was gonna say Clerks or Chasing Amy.
Nick?
I've been saying Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back all day, but I'm gonna switch it up here because it's dawned on me that I haven't mentioned Dogma at all today. So I'm gonna go with Dogma specifically here.
Austin?
Chasing Amy, but I'd also say the 4:30 movie.
Hey.
Well, of course.
Hey. That's my favorite.
Personally, for me, I was gonna say Dogma. I really I love them all, but Dogma really sticks to me. And Mallrats is another great time. You know, being in the mall with my friends. That's where our movie theater was in the mall. So you know,
Yeah.
a lot of
Mhm.
shenanigans as a teens. But I'm glad I got to speak to all of you. I can't wait to see more from all of you, and maybe we'll run and see each other at the movies.
Hey,
Sounds
I
great.
like that.
Thank you, man.
We'll see you there.
Nice seeing you.